Greetings, 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 royal family. Happy Monday. Welcome back. I'm back. You're back. It's all good. So, a belated happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, mother figures, etc., out there. Hopefully, you guys had a splendid weekend. It is May the 10th today, Monday. New week, new perspective, new wig, new lace glue. Okay. So, everybody who is watching me live on Twitch, thank you for your support. Greetings, greetings, greetings. And my YouTube royal family members who are watching the replay, greetings to you. Okay, make sure you guys are paying your admission fee by hitting the like button. All right, costs you nothing. So we got a couple of hot topics to discuss today. All right, some from last week, some from over the weekend. I just talk about whatever I want to talk about. Right, we don't break stories over here. I just run my mouth about stuff that I find interesting. Okay. The versus battle. Did you guys watch SWV versus XSCAPE? That was a pretty good versus, I like to think. Yeah, I like the set design. I think everybody had a pretty much good attitude for the most part, right? You know, took us down memory lane. Those of us who remember some of those songs from back in the day. That's really what it's all about, right? It's not about the pomp and circumstance and the performance, because it's turning into a show now, right? It's just pretty much supposed to be going, you know, song for song, hit for hit. But I guess each artist can make it out to be whatever they want it to be. There's an update or new developments, I guess you could say, with Pop Smoke, the Pop Smoke case, rapper from Brooklyn. Very, very interesting stuff. If you guys don't already know, let me see what else. Keisha Lance Bottoms, which I'm going to get into first. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. She is not going to be running for re-election. And here's the thing. We might as well just jump into it. I was going to give you a summary of what I was going to talk about, but just kick back and relax. Okay, we got a whole bunch of stuff to cover today. All right. This is the evening boogie, the evening edition of the morning boogie. Welcome. Keisha Lance Bottoms, Atlanta Mayor Keisha. She won't run for re-election. Let me tell you something. I have a strong feeling that some bleep is about to hit the fan. And I think that's why she is not running again for mayor. They gave this woman a hard time. And I know, like, in politics, some people are going to like you. Some people are not going to like you. It is what it is. It's a tough job. I like to think that a lot of politicians, some of them, go into politics with great intentions, and somewhere along the line, corruption either runs them off the road or takes over. You know, I don't know. So we shall see what's going to be in store for Miss Keisha Lance Bottoms after she, you know, leaves this political position. Will she still be in politics? That's what I am interested in. And she did say that she's not afraid of running out of fear because she's going to lose. She said that's not what it is. I don't know, man, but that governor, Kemp, is making it very, very hard for her. You know, there's a whole lot of going on in the state of Georgia as it pertains to voting laws. It's just getting real ugly. And I think that Keisha probably wants no parts of that. You know, she is married. She has children. She has a family. And maybe she took on more than she's willing to kind of like fight for. I don't know. You know, she's going to give a politically correct answer. I'm not mad. I don't blame her. You know, Atlanta is a lot. Some people are saying that because of what's happening with a particular rapper and his wife, you know, that's probably why she's not going to be up for re-election. Maybe not. Nothing surprises me these days. You know, sometimes ish hits the fan and then things will come out and everyone is like, gasp. So I wish her nothing but the best. I wish her luck. Hopefully she will live a nice, quiet, peaceful life. I would not be surprised if I see her in other political areas. But yeah, I think she's going to be laying low for now. And again, I don't blame her. All right. How's everybody doing out there? Everybody all right? Again, if you're watching on YouTube, this is a replay. If you are watching on Twitch, this is a live. I have not figured out how to see my comments yet on Twitch. So I'm just rolling. I don't even know if y'all can hear me, or I think you guys can hear me. But if you're in here in Twitch, shout out to y'all. Much love. Make sure you're sharing the content. All right. Who is up next on the agenda today? Oh, Lord. Okay. So everybody wants to pit these two black men together against one another. And quite frankly, I don't care. Do I like Dr. Umar? Absolutely. Do I like Kevin Samuels? I don't know him not to like him or to like him. I just hear about the gimmicks. I don't care. I really don't care. I do, but I don't. I just... let Dr. Umar do his thing. If you like him, you like him. Rock out with him. If you don't, don't. Same thing with Kevin Samuels. But I do find that it is profitable. I guess people have found the jackpot, I guess. It's profitable to clown black women. It's profitable to, you know, I guess put black women in their place or make it seem as though you are steering black women on the right path, sprinkled with a little bit of embarrassment, whatever. It's gimmicky to me. I'm not knocking Kevin Samuels' hustle. You do what you got to do. Anybody that calls into his show and feels like Kevin Samuels is this messiah, this all-knowing, you know, prophet who can basically predict and tell a woman what her problem is after sitting with them on FaceTime for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. Maybe he's heard the same scenario and he's just, maybe he has psychic abilities. I don't know. To me, it's a gimmick. It's another hustle. It's a scheme that Todd set up to come at us with the bull-ish. Okay, shout out to my Real Housewives of Atlanta fans. What do you guys think about this Kevin Samuels situation? So listen to what it is that Dr. Umar said. Now, from what I understand, and I didn't want to talk about this story last week right away because I wanted to, like, you know, to let the dust settle a little bit to see what was what. It doesn't appear that Dr. Umar was directly talking about him only, Kevin Samuels, that is. I don't know. You guys be the judge. You let me know. All right. Listen to what Umar had to say.
A dozen. I'm going to call them the dirty dozen of division. The triple D, the dirty dozen of division. There's about 12 members of the dirty dozen of division, 12 beta males, YouTube life coaches, who are trying to build a platform by making black women feel bad. I don't like it. I can't appreciate black men trying to make a dollar off of making black women feel bad. And unfortunately, our black women, some of them are so thirsty for validation that they're participating. They're participating in the attacks and slander against the black female community. And that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. No black woman should ever subject herself. Even for black women, I count about a dozen.
Okay, I can't say that I disagree with that. Now, let's see what Samuels had to say. I guess that kind of kicked this off.
Umar Johnson, the man who has 2 children by 2 different women that he never married. Dr. Umar Johnson, the guy that for the last 10 years has not built brick one of a school he's collected money from. Dr. Umar, hold on, ma'am. Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who calls you queen, mother, goddess, and all this other kind of stuff. And again, for those who are keeping score, this is another woman who comes on and says, talk to us more like Umar. The Prince of Pan-African, Big Papa's in the house. Run my donations. I mean, shout out to Umar. I got no problem with the dude, but I think it's funny y'all keep coming over here asking everybody to talk like Umar. Queen Mother God, and cocoa butter and sea moss gold and shit.
Right?
You mean Dr. Umar Johnson?
Not cocoa butter. What did Queen Helen's cocoa butter or Palmer's do to you, sir? Here's the thing. You know how they edit videos. Shout out to it's _on-site on Instagram. I follow their page. That's where this information is coming from, or this little clip is coming from. Here's the thing, right? It's always a spectator, you know, that says, hey, why don't you do it like this? These people do it in music. They do it in all fields of entertainment. So basically someone came on and said to Kevin Samuels, why don't you do this like Dr. Umar? Well, Dr. Umar does X, Y, and Z. And me personally, I think that that's so annoying. If you're on Kevin Samuels' platform, Kevin Samuels is going to run his platform the way he chooses. He could do whatever he want to do on his platform. You either like it or you don't. You either watch or you don't. That's how I feel. But to come on his platform and tell him to do X, Y, and Z like Umar or like anybody else, of course he's going to tell you about yourself. Same thing if someone was to go on Umar's platform and tell him, hey, you need to do it like X, Y, and Z. Why do people do that? People like to stir up strife. So now it appears that the two of these people are against each other per se, because he said this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know if I care enough. I don't know if I care enough, because I think Dr. Umar posted this. He basically said that people took a soundbite. They took sound bites from his Instagram and put it all over YouTube. And now they're saying that basically him and Kevin Samuels are against each other. You know, he basically says that, you know, we have so many problems, mentally damaged, you know, socially, economically, yada, yada. Social media is just like a cesspool of drama. It can be used for good, but of course it's more profitable to use it for not so good, right? And this is another example. Now, as far as Kevin Samuels, black women, you know, calling into his show, mind you, calling into his show, whether he's paying them to call in, whether they're calling in on their own, whatever, they call into his show to hear Kevin Samuels' opinion, and people have a problem with that. Black women in particular. I totally get it. Everybody has an opinion. Do I care? No. Am I calling into Kevin Samuels' show and hanging on to his every word? No. Would I call into Kevin Samuels' show for shits and giggles? Yes, because I'm just goofy like that. But otherwise, no. I just don't feel that someone who does not whatever. Let me not go there, because some people really admire certain people, and when they admire certain people, doesn't matter what they do or say, they can do no wrong in their eyes. And that's, again, you do what you do. I don't disagree with Dr. Umar. I haven't listened to Kevin Samuels enough to agree or disagree with him. I just kind of like breezed over like little sound bites like this and hear what other people say. I haven't sat through one of his videos on YouTube and watched it. I did hear clips of certain things. And again, it's gimmicky. It's gimmicky to me. And I think that he's found a money-making scheme and he is going to run with it. Do I believe, I could be wrong, do I believe that Kevin Samuels is doing something for the greater good of black women? No. Do I think that he is providing a quick service? Yes. And he's profiting off of it. That's it. That's all. I mean, to me, I don't think there's anything. It's surface. It's all surface level stuff, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Obviously, he has something that people are willing to invest in because people are calling into his show to get advice. So, you know, I don't know. Some of these women, though, God, it's just, I agree with Umar when he says that a lot of women are desperate for validation, like they need attention. I agree with that. And I feel like the reason that is, I've said this on many reviews that I've done, in a lot of my commentary. I just feel like some black women, and I'm speaking about black women because I'm a black woman. I can't relate to or speak to any other group of women. I'm black, so no, I'm not just only, it's not only black women. I know it's other women too, but I'm black, so I'm talking about black women and black people. Anyway, so I just feel like some black women like are taught that long suffering, you know, with your man or for your man equals love. And I feel like when a lot of women put in the work, quote unquote, you know, I held him down, I did this, I did that, I did everything, and they don't get what they want, they end up brokenhearted. And then some of these women are the type of women that call into Kevin Samuels' show. And then, you know, you have some women who are very no nonsense, you know, I don't want no little boy, I want a man, you know, and Kevin Samuels will say things like that. Well, you act like a man, you know. If you've ever listened to his show in its entirety, drop down in the comments and tell me what you think. But I do agree with Umar, though, when he said that there's not just women, people in general have this need to feel accepted or they need validation. But in this specific instance, women. You got this need for validation, and I feel like if a black woman talked the way that Kevin Samuels talked to other black women, wouldn't be well received, especially if it was a deeper ebony complected woman speaking the very same way that Kevin Samuels spoke to other black women. Would not be well received at all. That's my opinion. Wouldn't be received at all. It would be a lot of pushback. I mean, now some women do push back when it comes to Kevin Samuels. A lot of women are finding it enjoyable to kind of like put him in his place, and that's always good for entertainment purposes. But I guess it just depends on your level of emotional intelligence or emotional maturity. I don't know. I just, it's not for me to understand. That's how I look at it. It's not for me to understand. But I don't want to spend any more time on this. You let me know what you think. Did you ever watch Kevin Samuels' interview in its entirety? And what do you think? Do you feel that any of the information that he provides is helpful to you personally? He is going to be doing an interview soon with Tasha K, and I'm definitely going to be tuned in. Tasha K is a YouTube content creator. Most people who are listening to this video probably know who Tasha K is, right? And I think that this is going to make for an interesting episode of Tasha K's podcast, because I wonder what angle Tasha K is going to be coming from. Either way, I know that it's going to get a lot of media attention, and it's going to get a lot of attention on social media. So I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm definitely going to be tuned in, and maybe I'll talk about it. I don't know. All right, up next, oh gosh, this top tier trash bucket. And I don't like to call people trash because I feel that that's very insulting, because we're all God's children. I that's what they say anyway. That's what I was taught. But Erica's top tier trash. I really don't like calling people trash. I don't, but she's trash. And why do I say that? This is a maternity shoot that Erica Mena and her husband Safari did, I think, about a week ago or so, right? And Wendy Williams, you guys know who Wendy Williams is. Wendy Williams decided to talk about this in her Hot Topics. Did Wendy say anything negative? No. Wendy said they need to grow up, which they do, because just not too long ago, they were threatening getting divorced and I guess like taking digs at each other, or so it seems, on social media. Erica is now pregnant. How far along she is, I don't know. This will be their second child. So Wendy basically says, like, it's either you guys are going to, anchor down, grow up and be together, because this is child number 2 now, or break up and co-parent. It's not that serious. She didn't say anything disrespectful, in my opinion. But then again, Wendy wasn't talking to me, so maybe she thought that Wendy was being disrespectful. So Erica Mena decides that it would be a good idea to post this onto Twitter. Now, she posted a couple of other things, but I didn't want too much trash in my community tab on YouTube, so this is where I posted this. She at Wendy Williams, right? So she put an address on it. She said, at this point, let's link up so I can beat your bleep. Your ex-husband didn't do a good enough job. Now, what kind of trash bucket says something like this? Erica Mena is the trash bucket that says something like this. And, I find it very interesting. Weren't you crying about the same thing on Love and Hip Hop? Erica, you said that the father of your son, your first child, was hands-on with you. And you cried about that. And you were so serious about this. And you were trying to be an advocate. So why do you think that this is funny? Now, I understand that people will do anything for attention. Some people are so addicted to fame, it's their drug of choice. That's fine. But this just proves that you stand for absolutely, positively nothing. I think that this is classless and egregious. And it's pretty much on brand for Erica Mena. I don't think that there's anything funny about a man or a woman being hands-on with anyone, unless it's self-defense. I'm a firm believer in self-defense, but you making fun of DV, you're trash. And again, I don't like calling people trash, but you are trash. You're trash. I don't care if you did this for attention. You did it and it's wrong. And of course, Wendy Williams is not going to address her. She's not going to address Erica Mena. Let these idiots make fools of themselves. Go on, Erica. Go on. And as far as canceling her, I mean, to me, she was never activated. So, okay. So it's like, Safari, good luck, man. Good luck. I just trash. Well, I also posted this on my community tab on my YouTube channel. Kelvin Hunter, excuse me, has an Instagram. So he posted this to his stories like a couple days ago. And he said, I don't know where this narrative grew legs with these reality show broads, but let's set the record straight. I have never put my hands on no woman, no no domestic charges ever for ish. Get it right. I'm a lover, not a beater. Real truth is coming. Now, here's the thing. Wendy Williams never said that her ex-husband was hands-on with her. Wendy Williams never said that. She never confirmed. I don't think that she denied. Did she deny it? I don't think she denied it. I remember she used to, when Charlamagne was her co-host on her radio show, she would say things like, you know, we're very passionate and we have passionate fights and whatever the heck that means. There have been plenty of people who said that, you know, Kelvin was hands-on, but Wendy she never said that. Listen, that's her story to tell. If she's never come out and said that that's the case, then it is what it is, you know. But as far as Erica Mena is concerned, I'm not mad at Kelvin calling her a broad, because if Kelvin indeed is innocent, then you are slandering this man's name. You understand what I'm trying to say? Now, Wendy was married prior to Kelvin, so, you know, if you want to get technical, she could have been talking about her first husband, right? Because I think Wendy said that he wasn't a nice guy. So, you know, I'm not defending Erica at all. I'm just saying, but everybody seems to feel that, you know, she's talking about Kelvin. I don't know. Erica, you're trash. I hope, even though you're trash, I hope that you never experience any sort of, you know, anyone putting their hands on you. But girl, I'm going to need you to cut it out, because you could get sued for slander. And I just, any brands working with her, this is what you want your brand, this is how you want your brand represented. I don't know. Like I said, Erica, I think she is T-rash. All right, moving along. It's starting to stink in here, so let's clean this up. All right, up next, Pop Smoke, okay? Rapper from Brooklyn who went home to glory, okay? 2 years ago now? Please forgive me if I got it wrong. It was 2019, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, apparently there's a 15-year-old who is now in a detention center of sorts, right? Kind of like a jail for juveniles, right? It's being reported by the Daily News that a 15-year-old actually confessed to one of his cellmates in this detention center. And I'm just like, wow. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? This has been the talk all weekend long. So again, this is according to the Daily News, and the article reads, Pop Smoke, he was, you know, taken out of here by a 15-year-old, allegedly, who ambushed a Brooklyn rapper in Los Angeles last year with a group of teens bent on stealing his diamond-studded Rolex. This is what a detective testified on Friday. Now, yeah, I guess it was in 2020, because this Daily News article is from May 7th. I was reading this over the weekend. Now, the home intruders who stormed the Canarsie-bred rapper's Airbnb rental in the Hollywood Hills also were after his Cuban link chain, but only managed to swipe the luxury timepiece, which they later resold for just $2,000. This is what the investigator said. Now, the teen in question, the youngest of the four defendants, now facing the M-word and robbery charges in the case. So he allegedly admitted to his role in basically, you know, taking out Pop Smoke during a recorded interview with a cellmate at a juvenile detention center last May. He admitted that he popped the victim 3 times with a Beretta 9mm LAPD Detective Carlos Camacho testified Friday at a preliminary hearing for a different suspect, Corey Walker, 20 years old, the sole adult defendant in the high-profile prosecution. The 15-year-old alleged person who did this to Pop Smoke, gotta watch what I say, admitted that they asked for the jewelry and then had a confrontation with Pop Smoke during the 4 a.m. home invasion on February 19, 2020. This is what the detective also said. They got into a fight and he popped him 3 times, citing that the youngest defendant's recording in a jail interview. So basically, this is all getting weird, right? This 15-year-old is being held in this detention center. His cellmate had a wire on him. Okay? And the 15-year-old kid admitted to doing what he did, to doing this to Pop Smoke. So this is how they got the information. Interesting. Now, according to Camacho, that's the detective, Walker, who's a 20-year-old, similarly confessed to his role in the confrontation during a separate secretly recorded jailhouse interview with a different informant placed in his cell after his July arrest. Walker, that's not the 15-year-old. Walker is 20 years old. He's one of the 4 men. Walker allegedly admitted the group used ski masks, gloves, and a police scanner to try to evade detection. He said that when the individuals got inside, the suspects confronted Pop Smoke, who was in the shower. This is what Camacho, the detective, is saying. During his recorded conversation, Walker allegedly said the teens inside the home demanded Pop Smoke's jewelry, which he was still wearing, and even said thank you when it appeared that he was complying. But the rapper, born Bashir Baraka Jackson, decided to fight back and rush the intruders, who pistol whipped him before the 15-year-old suspect popped him in the chest. This is what Walker, the 20-year-old, is saying happened. Wow. Now, you know who his defense lawyer is, Walker, this 20-year-old? Christopher Darden. Christopher Darden was one of the attorneys of the Orenthal James Simpson case. Then Christopher Darden was supposed to be representing the guy who allegedly popped Nipsey Hussle, but then he dropped off the case because he was getting threats. He said his family was getting threats. And now this same Christopher Darden is going to be representing one of the 4 men, Corey Walker, who's 20 years old, in this case. Wow. Walker said that he was just the driver. He said he never entered the house, and he even told the younger defendants not to pop anybody. So he was the driver in the car. Now, they were saying that there was a woman inside the car as well, inside the house as well, and she testified during this preliminary hearing and said that she heard everything go down. Then it was also said that she was also held at gunpoint as well. So 4 intruders, allegedly. Pop Smoke is the only one that's not here. And then they left a witness. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. And again, the full article is on the Daily News. I don't know, man. This is sad. He was only, 20 years old, right? Sheesh. Whoosh. All right, y'all. We got to move this along. Okay, I know he's not everybody's favorite right now, but Chris Breezy. So he had a birthday party. Chris Brown is a Taurus. Shout out to the Tauruses. Shout out to all the May Tauruses. It's still Taurus season. Belated happy birthday to all of the birthdays that passed this month. Who was it? All the way up north. Shout out to all the way up north. That's an A1 Day 1 Royal family member. Belated happy birthday, sis. All right. So according to TMZ, Chris Brown's massive B-Day bash was broken up by the LAPD. So he threw an enormous soiree to celebrate his birthday, but things got so out of hand that cops stepped in and pulled the plug. Now, I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear nothing about colorist Chris Brown. But listen, there was an incident recently where I guess he only wanted a certain hue of women. This is something that has happened before. I think it was Tokyo Vanity, right, from Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. She outed him. She called him out because she was in the club with him, and he only wanted, you know, light-skinned women in his VIP section. Listen. Let me continue reading. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ that the LAPD received multiple calls about loud music and cars double parked all over Chris's neighborhood in the San Fernando Valley. He turned 32 on Cinco de Mayo, but neighbors apparently reached a boiling point in the wee hours of the morning. Okay, so May 5th was his 32nd birthday. We're told that cops showed up to the crib Thursday around 2 a.m. and talked to Chris Brown's security. TMZ sources. TMZ got some sources, don't they? They some source. Harvey and them is some source-having mother lovers. So their sources say that the music was turned down, but that also spelled the end of the shindig, which cops estimated had between 400 and 500 guests in attendance. Now, this is at his house in a secluded, you know, area, very uppity. You had almost 500 people. Why didn't you just have it in the club? But then again, they probably would have shut it down because of the amount of people, right? So you disturb your neighbors. Now, don't listen, Chris. Don't go crying later on this week about your stuff missing in your house. That's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. So the LAPD showed up in force. You know, there's a video on TMZ. I'm not playing it. You can check it out on TMZ's website. They had squad cars all over the place, directing a massive traffic jam as limos and fancy cars zigzagged their way out. TMZ was told that parking tickets were also issued to improperly parked cars. Now, I saw the news clip where one of the neighbors said that, you know, her son was sick and her son was being kept up all night. And this woman stated that this is not the first time this has happened. Now, I wonder, how far away are their neighbors? But then again, it doesn't matter. 400 to 500 people, the traffic at 2 o'clock in the morning and the noise, Chris, they gonna kick you out of that community. Oh my God. There was a helicopter also hovering above the area. Probably was a TMZ helicopter. Even more noise for those sleepy neighbors. Cops are all too familiar with Chris Brown's crib. In fact, sources say that 4 police cars and a supervisor were sent over given the troubled history surrounding his house. Oh my God. That's crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So no one was arrested, which was good, and no one lost their life, which is great. But Chris Brown, they're gonna kick you out of that community. Turn down for what, right? That is insane. That's insane. All right, what's up next? Oh yes, David Chappelle. So this was pretty interesting. Dave Chappelle was on Joe Rogan's podcast, Joe Rogan Experience. Dave Chappelle is always a good time, in my opinion. I like this guy. I've always liked him. Big fan of the Chappelle show. He's a funny guy. And he basically told Joe Rogan, he told him a couple of things, but one of the things that was like, you know, very interesting is that he used to buy that sticky icky from Idris Elba, right? And when I seen that, I'm like, what? I was reading the article on Deadline, and I did get an opportunity to go back and actually listen to the podcast. It's pretty interesting. So I encourage you all to take a listen. But he basically said that, Idris Elba, the famous, you know, actor, very, very handsome man. He is married, so I'm not going to lust after him. So he brought up Idris Elba while he was talking about how to treat service people, basically, like with kindness. He said, because you never know what the future holds in store for them. And he used Idris Elba as an example. And he said Idris, the famous actor, used to be a security guard at the comedy club Caroline's. And he said, yeah, I used to buy, you know, weed from him. So I'm like, wait, what? But that's not all he talked about. Now, I wonder if Idris Elba is going to confirm or deny this. Maybe you should just not say anything. You know, Idris, you never know how people may take that. But then again, we're in a society now, or in a time or era, I should say now, where, that sticky icky is legalized in several states, right? So I don't know. You never know how people may take it. But his point was basically saying that he was always cool with him, even though he was a security guard, at Caroline's, the famous comedy club. And, used to buy a little something, something from him. He was always good to him, and he was a service worker. And look now, Idris Elba is would you consider him an A-list actor? I would. Is he A-list? I think he's A-list. I don't think he's D-list for sure. But anyway, he also talked about Elon Musk, and he did talk about Kevin Hart. He said how Kevin Hart is so nice. He said, who the F works harder than Kevin Hart? He's very funny. He's very talented. He said that everyone, Dave Chappelle that is saying that Kevin Hart's employees, like everyone that works for him, looks elated and happy. He's not a tyrant or anything like that. And he feels that it's impossible not to like Kevin Hart. And he also said that, Dave Chappelle also said that Kevin Hart is a great case scenario of like a good person being able to do well in life, because there's so many, cynics who believe that you can't do well in life. Like good people don't do well, or, whatever. Good people don't get rewarded. So he had some nice things to say about Kevin Hart. And it's crazy because didn't people used to pit them against each other, right? They tried to, how can you even, I don't know. There's always somebody trying to pit people against each other, but whatever. It was a great interview. Joe Rogan's podcast is entertaining. Of course, anywhere Dave Chappelle is at, I am going to be tuned in. So again, check it out on Spotify if you care, or you could just read about it. But I like Dave Chappelle, and he's a stand-up guy. He really is. He's always kept me entertained. So I like the fact that he had something nice to say about Kevin Hart, But moving along. Okay, I thought that this was interesting. Okay. Shout out to So Extra Blog on Instagram. Hey girl. So I thought that this was interesting. What are your thoughts on this video? All right. I hope this doesn't trigger anybody. Just take a look. Trigger warning, I guess. Just take a look.
I'm his wife. Get his gun, Harley. Okay, get his gun, Harley. I will. All right, Cal. You back up. I will get
Cal.
it. Cal. I will get it.
Cal.
Hey,
come back, Cal. Come back, Cal.
I will get it from here.
I don't know how I feel about this. So basically you see that there's a guy kneeling on the ground, bent over, and his girlfriend is saying, I'm his wife. And she's telling the police officers, looks like I don't know if they have tasers drawn or what, but they're like, she's like, I got him. It's okay. Please just back up. And I don't know if you can see the whole thing, but he's proposing to her. And everyone is in on it and clapping and laughing. This is stupid. I think that this is dumb. I don't think that this is romantic. I don't think that this is cute. I think that this is absolutely, positively stupid. And I feel like the people who have lost their loved ones because of scenarios similar to this, not the proposal part. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I think it's a slap in their face. I don't think there's anything cute about this, but you tell me what you think, because some people saying that this is not a big deal. I think that this is traumatic. Some of the comments, let me see what some of the comments had said. Can you imagine her telling people that proposal experience for the rest of her life? That's embarrassing to me. Someone says it's definitely embarrassing. I would have broke up with him too. I would have said no to the proposal and just went home. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. I don't think that I would. I don't know. I don't. And no one that I know would think that this is funny. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I just find it very traumatic. And I think that it is absolutely positively stupid to make light of a situation like this that have taken so many people unnecessarily. That's the point. Unnecessarily. All right, let's move this along before I start getting crunk. So Erica Banks and Dream Doll, are going to be shooting a video for Toot That Remix. I know this is like a few days. I posted this like 2 days ago or so. I don't know. Whatever. Now, what I'm seeing here, okay. The costumes look cute. But a Toot That Remix? Do we need a Toot That Remix? I don't know. I just feel like the whole concept of remix is been changed and not for the better, right? Think back to Bad Boy era, right? When they did a remix, when Diddy did a remix, it was a remix, okay? The remix was hitting hard, okay? It was like, you know, of course you have features, you have people featured on the song, and it was, the sound was a little bit changed. It was kind of like a whole new song, no? Okay, what do y'all think about this, though, for real? I want to see the video. I'm excited to see the video. As far as hearing the song, not so much. But shout out to Dream Doll, because she did like the post. She did like the post, and I had to look like, is this really Dream Doll? So, yeah, that's her page. So shout out to you, Dream Doll. Somehow you found my little old page, and you whatchamacallit, you like the post. But I mean, I'm happy for anyone that puts in work, honest work, and is doing what they love to do, and they're not hurting anybody. I'm all for it. But the music critic in me is like, I don't know how to feel about this. Visually, okay, Erica looks great. Dream Doll looks absolutely great. They both look beautiful. They look cute. I like colorful. I don't know what this concept is going to be. But the sound, maybe it was a smart idea to actually have the Toot That Remix come out with the video, right? But we'll see. We'll see what it's going to give. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Drop that in the comments and let me know what you think. Who is up next? Are you guys liking the video? If you're just coming in, make sure you're hitting the like button. This is for my YouTube Royal family members. Shout out to everybody who is in the chat or watching in the bushes on Twitch. If you're not following me on Twitch, YouTube family, consider doing so. We're live over here. All right. Enough of church announcements. Lord, Lord, Lord. So this weekend, some drama kicked off, and it's just getting messy. So shout out to the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram. Lil Uzi's ex-girlfriend, Brittany Bird, she has a message. She basically says, never let a man use you to attack another woman. Now, I'm not going to play this because, honestly, I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of seeing it. But I will give you the cliff notes. So she basically stated that JT, who is the other half of the City Girls, who is currently Lil Uzi's girlfriend, was getting hands put on her, and she saw her running to a hotel for help or some crap. I don't, you know what? Y'all probably seen this so many times. Let me just play it.
I offer this to every young girl, every woman, or young person following me to never give your whole life to a man. Never let a man use you to attack another woman. Don't allow yourself to be abused, confused, misused enough to become an abuser. I'm too much of a womanist. I am too much of a feminist to ever allow myself to hate you. You can call me homeless, but I saw you get three-pieced like a person in a Mayweather fight and asking for a hotel room in a safe environment. And it just didn't make me feel good to see that. It made me feel sorry for the girls who think that abuse is okay. You can call me everything but a child of God, but I never want to see a woman get beat. I want to use this platform for good, for real, and the beef.
So she basically said that JT called her homeless, right? You know how JT be going on social media ranting and raving or whatever. I don't know who started it. I don't really care either, right? And she's basically saying that, you know, she saw her get three-piece, like she was in a, or two-piece, is it three or two? Whatever. Like she was in a Mayweather fight and she was asking for a hotel room. And I agree with her message in the beginning, you know, never let a man use you to attack another woman. I'm here for that. I agree with that. But yikes, she kept going.
Allowing me to never be in a situation like that, and it just showed me to never allow myself to be around an environment like that again.
So basically, I guess that's the reason why she broke up with Lil Uzi. But it didn't stop there. I think, let me see, should we go forward? Okay, no, that's totally not what I wanted to see. Okay, let's go back. Right, so here it is. So JT responded, never saw this girl a day in my life. Okay. I mean, you didn't, okay, you never saw her a day in your life, but does that mean, is she telling the truth? Do we really care? I don't even care. I really don't. But here's what she had to say.
Say on them dumb paragraphs or in comments, I want to slap. So therefore, you're going to keep it cute. You're going to keep it on the gram or you're going to keep it on Twitter, but you're never going to tell me that in my face. You're going to ask for a pic. First time me in person and you say anything that you want to say on them dumb paragraphs or in comments, I want to slap. So therefore,
okay, yeah, my brain hurts. What? Okay, she's just basically saying keep it cute. Keep it on social media. You'll never see me in person and do anything. And if you try me, this is a short version. I saw the entire clip, but I'll spare you. JT, please, just, gosh, please. It didn't stop there. I don't think it stopped there. Oh, yes, it did. Did it? Okay, well, it stopped there. Nobody want to hear what you got to say, Bobby Valentino. So then I saw this. This is Glock Topics on Instagram. I'm like, did we ask for this? Little Uzi and JT on the cover of this magazine, this photo shoot? No. What? Why? What is this about? What is Little Uzi doing? Y'all listen to Little Uzi's music? I guess, girl. I don't know, man. JT, you got work to do, sis, man. We got music to put out and stuff like that. We ain't got time for these shenanigans. What do you guys think about this? So now accusations are flying that JT got two-pieced. But the ex-girlfriend Brittany didn't say it was by Lil Uzi Vert, right? So now everybody, so is Lil Uzi now going to go on a rant? Is he going to explain himself? Listen, this relationship between the two of them is weird, but guess what? I'm happy that I'm not in this relationship. It has nothing to do with me. It's just, I guess it's news, so I'm reporting on it. Moving along. So this weekend, history was made, ladies and gentlemen. We had two iconic groups from the best era in hip-hop and R&B and dancehall, might I add. XSCAPE and SWV. Okay? So first of all, I just want to say before I go any further, in my opinion, the real winner is DJ Spinderella. She understood what needed to be done. She gave props to the ladies. She wasn't doing too much talking. It was more so about the music playing. She looked absolutely amazing. Her shirt was cute. They even told her to come from behind the DJ booth and show off her ensemble. She looks absolutely great. I'm glad that she was used for this versus battle, used in a good way. She did amazing. Okay, no shade to DJ A1, who was XSCAPE's DJ. He was live, he was lit, he was loud, he was a little obnoxious, but that's okay. That's okay. Some people, he's a DJ. He's supposed to keep the crowd entertained. I saw some good comments about his performance, saying that, they want him to be live at their wedding. If the DJ at my wedding is not like A1, I don't want it. I felt like he had to do all of that. That's fine. That's his personality. But in my opinion, I think the winner was Spinderella. Spinderella understood what needed to be done. She was playing good music. I guess it depends on where you're from. If you're ATL based, then I guess you got crunk with A1. If not, then whatever. She took it back and played some A. Marie. Okay. Anywho, and she looked amazing doing it. So shout out to Spinderella. Okay, I'm going ahead. Where is the Hold on, let me see. Okay, but this is what I wanted to talk about, because a lot of people had concerns about Coco. So this was the finale. This is them taking a bow. The second half of the show, they were performing. You know, they had mic stands and they was doing their little 1-2 step. And like I said, I was totally here for it. All right, so a lot of people had something to say about Coco's attitude, right? Before I even go there, I'm trying to point out some other, Jermaine Dupri. They brought Jermaine Dupri out. They also brought out the Brat, Escape, that is. Let me tell you something. Those two sisters on Escape, Latasha, and what's the other one name? I can't remember. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Not Candy and Tiny. Man, when I tell you their vocals. Yes, they're still on point. I believe that they have the strongest vocals. As far as Tiny, I think Tiny sounded good. But she looked like she was in pain when she was singing. She did want to sit down a lot. When the other ladies were standing up, Tiny decided to sit on the stairs. Now, that could be for a number of reasons. It could be because, you know, her posterior portions had just gotten, tune up. That's what the streets are saying, right? Because apparently they were flopping. Or it could be because she might sing better sitting down. Listen, not everybody can sing sitting down. Some people have to stand up, but you never know. Maybe her feet were hurting too. Coco, she was taking her shoes off, like not even 30 minutes in. All right. As far as Candy is concerned, I knew that Candy was going to sing Scrubs. I knew that she was going to sing Bills. I liked the little mashup. That was cute. And then she did the Ed Sheeran mashup with Scrubs, because if you're not aware, Candy did kind of press Ed Sheeran's people when that song Shape of You came out, because it had the melody of Scrubs, and Candy wrote the song for TLC Scrubs, which is so crazy. You can copyright your stuff and own your things, and even if someone uses the melody, you getting paid. So what Ed Sheeran did, it wasn't a long drawn out legal battle. It wasn't nasty. He gave Candy Burris writing credit, and that song won a Grammy. I don't remember what year it was. That song won a Grammy. And so Candy has a Grammy for that. So that's why she played that Ed Sheeran song. Fun fact, right? What else? Candy, they all look great. I think everybody looked great on both sides. I did like the set design. I was here for SWV, me personally. Now, as far as Coco's attitude or what have you, in the first half, a lot of people were saying that Coco was stank. Here's the thing with me. Yeah, maybe she was. Okay, I get it. But I don't care. Get to singing or get them hits out, because it's not a live show. It's your songs are battling, right? If we think back to the original Versus, before it was even called Versus, Swiss Beats and Timbaland, they were going till like 2-3 o'clock in the morning playing their songs that they produced, songs that they were in. Songs that they wrote for people, okay? Going back and forth. That's what it was about, right? I guess every artist makes it what they want it to be. Like, look at Brandy and Monica's verses. Monica wasn't really singing at first, right? Did we care? I don't know. Everybody was like, oh, they need to sing. They were lip singing. Yeah, because it's supposed to be their song versus their song, not live vocals versus live vocals. That's my opinion. If we get live vocals and a little 8 count, I'm happy. But play them songs, Anime. You don't have to sing them songs per se, but play them songs. But whatever. Second half, the mood was a little bit different. There was a little bit of a wardrobe malfunctions to be said. Coco and the rest of the girls, specifically Coco, looked a lot more comfortable in the second half. She had on shoes. She took those red bottoms and that tight leather jacket off. She got her braids together because they were flying all over the place. She flung her braids and she done hit Taj. Taj looked absolutely amazing, by the way. Okay, body. So basically, Coco had a message that she posted on her Instagram, right? And the message goes, last night, as I'm preparing for Versus, a lady was popped outside my hotel window. To see and hear the 4 pops, see her laying on the ground, and all the blood was unbelievable. Then I get to the venue and had a really bad anxiety attack, literally crying and screaming. Yeah, y'all saw me looking uncomfortable and irritated during the first half. But if it wasn't for my son and who are those other people, whatever, I probably wouldn't have been out there at all. Thank you for calming me down and understanding my mental. I love y'all to the fullest. I always say most won't care to understand, but when you get those that do, cherish them. Hashtag mental health, hashtag mental health awareness, hashtag versus, hashtag SWV Coco, my village. So Coco basically gave an explanation as to why her mood was what some people perceived as stank the first half of the verses. Hey, Coco, guess what? You don't have to explain. Bleep. I'm a big believer in it is what it is. But the fact that she took time to explain the issue, I'll take it, I guess. You know, unfortunately, wow, that's a very sad situation. I hope, Coco, that you are telling the truth. That's just how I am. No shade, no offense. And you're not making this up, because let me tell you something. The social media hound dogs will find out. But I hope that if, you know, this definitely took place, I hope that the woman who was a victim of this situation is okay and stable. So I'm pretty sure we'll hear more about this. Drop down in the comments and tell me what y'all think. My throat is dry. So how y'all doing on this Monday evening? Now, this is supposed to be a morning boogie morning show. I'm going to get my schedule together one of these days. But this is why, if you are on YouTube and you're subscribed or you're not subscribed, you should make sure that you have those notifications on. If you're not subscribed, you should subscribe and put on the notifications so that you get notified whenever I go post a video, right? Who's up next? DMX. It's still rest in peace to DMX. So this was Double XL magazine. They posted this, and I later on, after I posted this on my Instagram, I later on saw that Swiss Beats confirmed this. I mean, Swiss Beats didn't need to confirm the release of DMX's last album, because if you saw DMX on Drink Champs, you would know that he already got the album done. He was putting finishing touches on it. He was talking about who was featured on the album. Griselda, Pop Smoke. He named a couple of other people that I can't remember. But yes, go back and watch the Drink Champs interview that DMX did, what, 2 months ago or so, or that aired, 2 months ago. So yes, so his album Exodus is going to be released on May 28th. So this is going to be, it says DMX's first posthumous album. So are they planning on releasing more? That's weird to even say his first posthumous. Hopefully it's his only posthumous album, but you know, these people got to profit off of something. So there'll be a greatest hits. There'll probably be a Christmas album after this. Who knows? If you guys are not aware, on TV One on May, now it's going to be a two-nighter. It was originally supposed to be airing on May 16th, but it's going to be airing on May 16th and May 17th, aka my birthday. Mark your calendars. I don't know for what. Just mark your calendars. I don't know. Tell me happy birthday in the comments. Anyway, so on May 16th, Sunday, and Monday, May 17th, my birthday, they're going to be airing uncensored. Again, it was originally supposed to be one part, but I saw the commercial last night that is going to be 2 parts. And I did post on my Instagram. I did post on my Instagram about this. Oh, my goodness. A while back. Here it is. Yeah, see, it was May 16th at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. But again, I saw the commercial yesterday that says it's going to be a 2-night. So set your DVRs. I want to see this. I want y'all to watch it so we could talk about it, of course, right? Definitely, definitely. I thought his last interview, I said this before on one of the Hot Topics videos, that I thought that his Drink Champs interview was his last interview because I didn't hear of him doing any interviews after that, right? But apparently not. This was his final interview. This is going to be hard for me to watch. It's not, but, you know, I'm being dramatic. But it's going to be, like, very hard because it's going to be like, wow, this was the last time that he sat and did an interview with anyone, you know? So, I mean, if you know, you know. Then if you don't, then DMX holds a special place in my heart. For a lot of people, I'm sure, especially his loved ones, you know. But a close friend of mine who we kind of grew up together, I guess. When this album came, when DMX's first album came out, we listened to his first album, his second album as well. And I'm just remembering the time when I was in high school. We really related to the album and we dissected the album every single day. And that friend has gone home to glory as well. So this is very like, where I could kind of picture myself saying, yo, did you see the interview? Or, yo, did you see that? I can't reach out to that friend. So that's why, it's just going to be very, very sentimental. Okay. So moving along, we are wrapping it up. Let me tell you something. Ratchet is about to begin. It's Ratchet season. All right. Y'all know that I hate this show. And did you guys see the first look, the preview of this show? If not, you gotta go to WeTV's YouTube page, okay? And you gotta look at the first look. It gives you the first, what is it, like, I don't know, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever of the season premiere. Yo, just beware, okay? Just beware. There's cheeks. And I ain't talking about the ones on your face. It's gonna be a mess. So Growing Up Hip Hop is premiering this Thursday at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. And yes, I will be reviewing this season. You already know. I love doing the reviews. You guys engage in the reviews for Growing Up Hip Hop. We kiki in the comments and have fun. So set your DVRs, mark your calendars. Some of you I know are not going to watch the show. You will be tuning into my review, and I appreciate the heck out of you. Okay? So yes, make sure you guys go watch the preview though, like the little preview they get. I forgot how many minutes it is. It's like 5-10 minutes, like the first few minutes of the episode that's going to be coming out on Thursday. And it's on WeTV's YouTube channel. So I saw it I think I saw it like last week. And I just kept shaking my head. I was traumatized, and I just kept shaking my head and said, I can't wait for the shenanigans. All right, Royal Family, that's all I got, okay? I ain't got no more hot topics. I don't think I missed anything. According to my handy-dandy notebook, I think I got everything. We talked about JT of the City Girls. I think that she should get back in the studio. I don't know what Lil Uzi Vert and her are trying to do. Are you guys trying to be some iconic fashion forward couple? I don't know. Get back in the studio, okay? Get back in the studio. Make a video for Twerkulator, even though I know that that's not a song that was a single. I think it was scrapped from the album. But so what? Get it streaming on one of these platforms or whatever so you can chart. Shoot a video for it. Tell Q and them, QPC, QP, whatever, quality control. Tell them to give you a budget for a Twerkulator video. Have Santana in there, have the girls in there, and get it cracking. You got work to do, JT. We don't have time for this foolishness, all right? Who else got on my nerves? Erica Mena, I'm going to need you to sit down and stay seated. Don't even get up after you have your baby. Just stay seated because I think you are rolling the dice down the wrong road. And I think you're going to set yourself up for something that you're not ready for. And Safari, you need to get a handle on that. And, yeah, that's all I have to say about her. And I still think that you are top tier trash. Pop Smoke, the 15-year-old, has been identified as the one that actually did it. Do you guys think that, they're forcing him to take the rap? Do you believe this? They put an informant in his cell who was wired, huh? Interesting. And Grown Up Hip Hop. DMX's album is coming out May 28th. I can't wait. I'm definitely interested. And yeah, that's about it. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. So we kept it cute. Ooh, an hour. See? A little bit over an hour. Try not to make these videos too long. So Royal Family, I am signing off. I want to thank everybody for joining me on Twitch. Shout out to the Twitch viewers, Twitch family, okay? Shout out to the YouTube Royal Family members who are watching the replay. Yes, the chat is live, but this is a pre-recorded video, okay? All right, so I'm signing off. I'll be back soon, though, because, honey, Nicki Minaj done posted to the Instagram and set the internet on fire. Not the internet, but the internet. So I'm signing off for now. I'll be back soon. And as always, until next time, folks, peace.